Students, this is a video on linguistics questions. This is a previous paper of linguistics, and this is the DAVV question paper, solved question paper I'm discussing. So, you know that what's the pattern of paper? Your paper will be of 70 marks, and theory paper I'm talking about, it's divided into three parts, three sections. Section A, objective type. Section B, short answers. And section C, long questions. And section A will be of, there will be six questions. Each question will be of 1 mark. So let us start objective type question. Which of the following statements are true about phonology? So we should have very clear idea about phonology, right? So here we'll see that what's the phonology. Earlier we discussed that phonology is the study of sound, right? It's a arrangement, organization of sound, right? If you remember that, what do we discuss under phonology? So we discussed segmental, suprasegmental, that's a prosody, right? These are the different parts of topics of phonology, and it's all about uh, arrangement of sound, organization of sounds, right? So here they have given option that phonology is the study of sound and its correspondence, right? Components, sorry, components. Number two, they are telling that the phonology is the analysis of smallest meaningful units of words. Then it focuses on how sounds are produced by the use of mouth, shape, tongue, positioning, vocal cord use, and other factors. And last option is it is concerned with the form of language as it is expressed orally and literally. So here answer is D. So let me tell you about the answer directly. This is the answer. Reason: phonology deals with the systematic organization of sound. Refers to morphology, right? And is too broad. So that's the organization of sounds, right? Phonology. Phone is sound, right? Study of sound. How machine, for example, machine and mechanic. So in machine, spelling is machine, right? And mechanic. So there are two different spelling is same, but in one spelling we that ch is pronounced as sh. In another case, it's pronounced as k. So this is the organization. This is the sound. This is the part of phonology. We do study of organization of sounds. Now, full form of IPA. What's the IPA? IPA is the actually I'll be talking direct answer. That's the International Phonetic Alphabet. International Phonetic Alphabet. Why it was required? Because there are a lot of confusion. For example, if you see physics, right? If you see enough, if you see found, right? So that's a, there are combination, sometime ph, sometime gh, sometime f. So what's the sound symbol of f? Sometime ph combination, sometime gh combination, confusion. So there are n number of words, lots of confusion. This is sure, and this is sip, and this is the cinema. right? So here is also confusion because C is pronounced as sir, S is pronounced as sir, and S is pronounced as sure, S is pronounced as sure, S is pronounced as sure. So confusion, right? And then CH is pronounced as ker in this case. So lot of confusion, and that's why there was time then they had to decide for, they had to develop common sound and one symbol, one sound, so that symbol directly correspondent with the sound. So that is why they have invented 44 sounds, IPA symbols, right? International phonetic alphabets symbols, and then that is universally common known. So this is full form is internationally actually is level, that level phonetic alphabet. Okay. Now next question is, which of the following are example of syntactical ambiguity, right? We discussed in the class syntactical is structural. Structural means ambiguity arises because of structure, that is a structural ambiguity. So directly I'm reading the answer. Syntactical syntax refers to sentence or sentence structure. Misplaced modifiers or ambiguous tenses change the structural meaning. So sometimes modifiers are here and there, and then that creates ambiguity, change the structural meaning. So that change the structural meaning. Well, for example, I would like to give you that's a, you only fail when you stop trying, and you fail only when you stop trying. If you change the place of word only, then meaning, totally meaning is changed. You only fail when you stop trying means not a big loss, nothing is going to be done. You only fail when you stop trying, but you fail only when you stop trying. So then there is no chance of failure, but when you stop trying, then we can't do anything, then you will fail. So this the meaning, this the arrangement, this the syntactical ambiguity. Now next question is, all the statements given below about synchronic linguistics are true but for one. I'm direct reading answer. Study of language through different periods of in history, right? Study of language. And statement BD describe, okay. So here I'm talking about that's a synchronic and diachronic. So synchronic is, what's the question? That's a synchronic are true but for one. So all the statement given below are synchronic linguistic true, but for one. So which is not synchronic? So here I have to study. Number one, it analyzes the structure of language or languages as static at a given point in their history. Just given point. So that's a study of particular time. Then study of language through different periods, right? So that is different periods in history, right? So that is different. That is diachronic. Third is does not focus on the history. Yes, I tell you. Then fourth one is grammar classification. Study synchronic linguistics or diachronic linguistics. Synchronic linguistics, the study of particular period of time. That's a language of, that's a just particular one period. And when we study uh, along with history, so that is the study of language through different periods in history. B is different, that is diachronic linguistics. Why? Because here we study different periods in history. Suppose you must have listened that learn English in 3 months, 99 hours, something like this. Advertisement you have read, you must have listened. So, where what they do? They just practice. You just have to do practice of some common sentences and verbs and all. So you just start speaking English, right? Without discussing much about history, how these words and then etymology, originality, origin of words and all. You don't want to discuss nowadays. For example, email language, SMS language, there are lot of shortcuts, right? You young generation use, so that you want to learn what's going on right now, but you don't want to bother about history. So that the study of language uh, through different through a particular time, that's a synchronic linguistics. And study of language through different periods in history, that means when you start from history, from development, that is called diachronic approach. So this is the difference, right? So study of language through different periods in history, that is diachronic linguistics. Then fifth one, dash is the process of adapting content from one language to another while preserving the original intent, style, and tone. So, what is the process of adopting content from one language to another while preserving the original intent, style, and tone? Trans means change, creation means process of adapting content from one language to another while preserving the original intent, style, and tone. Trans- Transcription. You must have read in your WhatsApp that your message is encrypted, right? Means that is changed into symbol. Your language changed into symbol so no one can read. So cryption, that's a creation, transcreation, create something. Let me tell you one example. When suppose some mishappening, something murder or something. So it is Sonal case in Indore. That's a uh, Meghalaya. That's a murder history, right? Honeymoon murder history, right? So Indore police went to Meghalaya, and then along with Meghalaya police, they created scene. So that is kind of transcreation. The same situation is created, right? So similarly here, transcription is the process of adapting content from, means they change content from one language to another, but original intent or style or tone should, even style tone should not be changed. Suppose from English to Marathi, for example, or Gujarati. So that's the language, from one language to another. Matter is changed, but that's the intent. There is style, Gujarati tone must be maintained. That process is called transcreation. Means language which is created something new, but then just language, tone, and everything will be maintained. The last question, what's the end result of immediate constituent analysis often presented as. So, what's the end result of immediate constant analysis, IC analysis, often presented as? That's a visual diagrammatic, right? So, that's a often presented as. We present it this way, right? That's a visual. They are talking about graphical. This is graphical. Shapes are graphical, right? Then tabular, no. Then written report, no. Visual diagrammatic. What they are talking about? What is the end result of IC analysis? Often presented. End result is visual diagrammatic. Means that's a IC analysis is most famous for its tree diagram. I have given example of tree diagram, right? So these are the six objective type questions asked earlier in previous exam, right? Now I'll be continuing tomorrow um, with section B, that is what is the difference between synchronic and diachronic. Now we'll discuss in detail tomorrow because I have to explain also. So we are going to discuss the same tomorrow, right? Thank you so much. Good night.